Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect, the house of David. All right, and I wanted to bring this out, something a brother sent on the Google Plus, which they're about to shut Google Plus down because they're being exposed every which way. All right, ultimately they're about to shut the truth down from being able to be on YouTube, period. So we only have so long. All right. What's happening here amongst Israel is something I noticed, as I spoke of in my last video, that as you have the rise of these situations in which Esau Edom is going to use his witchcraft media platform to, try to promote to the world that, he's the victim. Somehow he's being wronged, and try to demonize the true message of the Bible. You're going to have an influx of Israelites that are going to renege, and that's the worst thing you can do, because you're going to be even more guilty upon the return of the Messiah. You have a lot of you, all right, who used to be in the camps, and who ultimately scoffers. They're sort of like reneging on the true message of the Bible because they don't talk about it. Or you have this influx of people saying, I'm separating from the camps making us look bad, all nations can be saved. And you have a lot of you Israelites who are just technically afraid. You have the spirit of fear. Now, this is a woman, of course, but she's going to play a video of a guy who said he used to listen to one of the camps. He didn't bring out any scriptures, but I'm going to let y'all listen to the spirit that Israel is in. Because as the scriptures say, Psalms 119 and 46, I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and I will not be ashamed. And written in the testimonies is the kingdom of heaven. How does the kingdom of heaven come? Through the downfall of our enemy, Esau, Edom, and the rest of the enemies, and 2/3 of our people. Okay? And the throne of David is going to be established. And as I always say, when you read about David's throne, he had heathen nations under his foot. He subdued the heathen nations. That's why under Solomon, there was 40 years of peace, because the nations had been subdued under David. And once the kingdom of heaven is set up, Yahushai, okay, who is Solomon, okay, that seed of David is going to sit on the throne and establish the throne of Israel forever. But that's going to come, all right, through the house of David, okay, being perfected, the law, statutes, and commandments written in us, and us taking down the heathen nation under the Messiah, who's going to take down the heathen nations. The scriptures say when the Messiah returns, he's going to smite the heathen. Okay? We're not ashamed of that. You people are ashamed of it. Okay? Revelation 19. Okay? Let's get it out of the New Testament. In 15, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and that he should rule them with a rod of iron. Okay, and he treaded the winepress in the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty God. Okay, and what can this be linked up with? Okay, Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That's Esau Edom being judged, the fourth beast being taken down. And we know all of these scriptures are written in the prophecies, and we understand that testimony against this kingdom, okay, is very, very, I mean, as the scriptures say, the prophets that have been before me have prophesied against many countries, kingdoms, nations, people. You see that? And that's what's happening all over again. It's just that this time the kingdom is America, Babylon the Great. And you Edomites are the ones who rule it, as well as the NATO, the EU, and this big 7-headed beast, all right, with the 10 crowns, okay, that controls the world. Okay, through the force of the sword and witchcraft. Okay, and that will be Esau Edom. That's who the Messiah will return to put under his foot, as the Lord said to the Messiah in Psalms, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. All right, ask of me, and I will give thee thy enemies, all right, as a footstool. All right, and what did David say? All right, Moab is my washpot, and over Edom will I cast my shoe. That meant they would be in a position of servitude. Okay, and it was also Philistia, but those were the top 3 enemies. Well, And this setup is kind of the same thing. There's particular nations who we want more than others, but all of you heathen are going to be under the feet of the Israelites, just like you were at David's reign. That's what the Lord is setting up here, the throne of David. Okay. And you Israelites are ashamed of that message. You're ashamed to take hold of salvation. You're giving what's benefit and profitable to you to a whole nother nation. Okay. So as these videos pop up and we're, the true message gets out there, you're going to have a whole bunch of Israelites, okay, that are afraid and that are scared, man. Let's finish this real quick. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, the chariots, I that speak righteousness mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Okay, and that was the same thing that we just read here in Revelation, the 19th chapter. Okay, so let's listen to these coons, man. You Israelites are ashamed. And you're ashamed of the men of the Lord. You're ashamed of the Messiah. You're ashamed of the Most High. Therefore, you're not going to be worthy in the day to come.
I don't even know where he came from. His video came out of nowhere, okay, when I was on YouTube. But I want you to take a listen to the things that he's talking about. Now, y'all know, those of you that know me know, I don't trust too many brothers that are preaching on YouTube today.
And the brothers who are preaching are you just got to say it, they're primarily from One West, because that's where the truth came out of. Okay, and people, there's that stigma that these other camps are now trying to separate from One West, when that's where they all got their doctrines. But now they're trying to change things up, because Esau Edom is going to attack this truth, whether you're talking BS or not. So you Israelites are going to go down in a shameful manner, man. I'd rather stand on my feet and die like a man, man, than die the death of a coward, man. You still go die if that's what the Lord has set you your judgment. You see? But the main men on the front line are starting with the Apostles of Great Millstone, and you do have other camps are out there. The Brothers of Great Millstone, man. You do have other camps out there, and they're doing the work. We may not agree on particular things, but they're out there on the highways and the byways teaching Israel who they are and telling them that the heathen are going into captivity. And that's true.
Because a lot of them, their spirit just ain't right. And we know that the scriptures tells us to test the spirits to see if they're really of him, if they're really of Yah or if they're of Satan the devil.
I'm going to say this too. When you hear a so-called black Israelite woman say Yah, run. Full of pride. Okay? And it's funny that Israelite women know all of these scriptures except the ones that tells them not to usurp authority over men and be bumping their damn gums. But that's all right. You're going to be put back in your rightful place, and you're going to love it. This is just all a part of the curse.
This brother here is an ex-Hebrew Israelite camp member. He left. Yah led him out, and he is actually, preaching the truth about who they are, what they're about. He also gets into why they were set up, how they were set up, who they were set up by, and what their agenda is for us as a people. I'm telling you, you need to check out this video.
So now Esau Edom set up all of the camps, and we're out there to give Israel a bad name. Okay, and so that our enemy can come against us. Boy, these Israelites, boy, you niggas ain't shit, man.
That I'm about to show you, and you also need to check out this brother's his channel, because let me tell you, his spirit is right. You can tell that he is on fire. He has zeal for Yah. He loves Yah.
That came with this fire and this just
and all of us are going to be grouped in the same category. This brother breaks it down, so you need to check this video out. Hope you enjoy it, and make sure you subscribe to his channel.
So then when I seen people that came with this fire and this just passion for the word, and they came seemingly backing the word up by precepts and going back and just being able to interpret it in such a way which just seemed so clear to me, I felt like these people, they had what I was missing. I felt that way, and I told myself, even though they're coming with this approach of maybe they're cursing their anger, they're letting their anger lead them.
Anger, you see that? See, so these people are totally, they're swayed by the opinion of Esau, putting us on the news and taking out particular clips. These jakes are being swayed by that. That's why the scriptures say that the devil is going to do great signs. If possible, he would deceive the very elect. Let's see here. If possible, Matthew 24 and 24, and there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, which these people are prophets of this world, and show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. So they're going to put together a great case to have us put to death, and Israel's going to support it. Israel's going to support it, man. The scriptures say oppression maketh the wise man mad. The scriptures say be ye angry and sin not. The scriptures say to hate evil. You see that? There's a time for hate. The Bible clearly tells you there's a time for hate. We're in a time of hate. Okay? Now, are we going out committing acts against people? Absolutely not, man. Ecclesiastes 3. I just hit the point. Start at 1 and hit the point. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Okay? It goes through these different things. Okay? A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, which is America. Okay? A time to love, verse 8, and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. So these things all have their time. And we're in this, the time that the prophecies say, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And see, the problem is you Israelites are ashamed of the testimony of Hamashiach against the fugitive. You're ashamed of it.
And their anger is guiding them in the discourse to the people. That I felt like, you know what, they still are on the right track, and the Most High has allowed them to see so many, or revealed so many amazing things to them about who they are as a people and where they came from, and the holy days, and the way we're supposed to obey the commandments and how relevant the commandments are to our lives. I was like, okay, well, that justifies their actions, and I'll just give them, okay, well, that was like 7-8 years ago. And now it seems like these groups that are like this are even more emboldened in that spirit. Every video talks about what Esau has done to us.
And that's not true. That's not true. However, that's a big part of prophecy, that Esau would have to be revealed. The man of sin would have to be revealed. And that's the uncomfortable part that you Israelites don't want to deal with as pertaining to the gospel. You see, you're ashamed of the full gospel. And this word is going to be living water. So it's going to be a lot of videos about Esau. But we do videos on various things, health benefits of particular herbs that are coming out of the earth. This is all a part of our heritage. Okay? Teaching brothers our culture, man. That you know, that's a part of it. But ultimately, the what we are speaking now is the words of prophecy. The testimony of Hamashiach is the spirit of prophecy. You see, and you're ashamed of what the Messiah is truly coming to do. It's becoming too much for you Israelites. So now that the news is here, you seeing all of these type of videos pop up from these scared ass niggas, man.
Every video was talking about how we are going to get revenge against these people, and these people are going to pay and perish, and they can't have salvation. After a while, there was something that clicked in my mind that said, you know what? These people may look like me, and these people are Israelites, but these people are not of Yah. People have come to me in the comment section. They said things like, you know, Judah J, why are you going at your brothers the way you're going at them? And I tell them this: my brothers, my mother, my father, my sisters, the ones that do the will of the Father Yah. Now these are my mother, my brother, my...
You see that? You see that? See, they have everything to say about the camps, but the enemy, he gets a pass. He gets a pass, man. Luke 9:26, for whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he shall come in his own glory and his Father's and of the holy angels. You see that? So you're ashamed. Okay? Luke 12:8. Also I say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, All right. And what we're doing, we're confessing. What is the Lord coming to do? To deliver us from our enemies and smite the heathen. That is written in the Bible. To deliver the Israelites, destroy Babylon the Great, and set up the kingdom of heaven, which is the throne of David. Throne of David. Type in throne of David. Let's get out of the New Testament, because that's the only way you people will believe it. All right, this is Luke chapter 1, verse 32. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord shall give unto him the throne of his father David. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. And we know that that kingdom is accompanied with the saints under the Messiah, man, starting with the 144. You see that? So the throne of David, when you read the Bible, okay, and this is a big part of the Bible. I don't understand what the big deal is, but it's just that you niggas are afraid, man, and that's exactly what you are. Niggas, you're cowards, man. Okay? 2 Samuel 22 and 38, I have pursued my enemies and destroyed them, and turn not again until I have consumed them. And I have consumed them and wounded them, and that they could not arise. They are fallen under my feet. They are fallen under my feet. His enemies are his footstool. For that has girded me with the strength to battle, and them that rose up against me shall be subdued under me. This is the throne of David that he's going to reestablish. Didn't he say, I'm going to raise up the tabernacles of David as in the days of old? Thou hast given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. Okay. Revelation 2 and 26. Okay. So we're not crazy, brothers, but they're going to fall for it and bitch up. All right. Revelation 2 and 25. But that which you have already, hold fast till I come. So, brothers, hold fast into the doctrine. Don't be swayed by the opinions of. See, he's swayed by the opinions and the fear of people who hate his power. Esau Edom ain't worried about that nigga, but he's cursing us out, and Esau Edom now can receive salvation, and we're the hateful ones. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron. As the vessels of a powder shall they be broken into shivers, even as I have received of my Father. Okay? So under the Messiah, all right, the house of David, our enemies will be our footstool, man. So Luke 12 and 8, and I say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, him shall the Son of Man also confess before the angels of the Most High, which are coming. But he that denieth me before men shall be denied before the angels of God. You're not going to be defended. See that? Revelation 3 and 5, he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before the Father and unto the angels. You stood strong. It was in you to stand strong. See, it's not in these guys to stand strong. Listen to a little bit more of this clown.
My sisters, my family. So if you're misrepresenting him by telling people that they have no hope for salvation, cursing and speaking.
And what is salvation? Salvation is the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts. So the heathen are going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written in their inward parts? Okay. Why are they going to have to come to us in the kingdom of heaven to learn the ways of the Lord if they're going to receive salvation, which is the laws being written in them? Then that means there's no kingdom. Then that means the kingdom is for everybody. So the throne of David is not going to be established. You see how these guys are anti-Messiah? And they do it with these fair speeches, and they sound like they love everybody except us. And this is going to be a growing narrative around Israel, brothers. Okay? It's going to grow and grow and grow and grow until these niggas are going to be trying to physically come put hands on us right before Esau does. So we gotta wear. And what did David say? Real quick. Yep, the throne of David. What did David say before he got the throne? One of the things he said, because this is a song. All right. See the words, the words of this song in the day that the Lord delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies, and he established his throne. Okay. 7 years in Hebron, 33 years in Jerusalem. Okay, and the ark, the last place it was in the house of Obed Edom, servant of Edom, before it was brought back to Jerusalem. Yeah, and we're serving Esau, and and the ark is within the temple, right? We are the temple, man, and we're going to be brought back to our land out of the hands of Esau, Edom, man. Okay, 2 Samuel 22. Yep, and 44. After he talking about getting over his enemies, but look who else. 2 Samuel 22 and 44. Thou hast also delivered me from the strivings of my people, and thou hast kept me to be the head of the heathen, a people which I know not shall serve me. Okay, so we're not crazy. All right, we're the house of David. See, we have another spirit than these other guys. See, these people are coming back with a cowardly report. But see, my servant Caleb and Joshua, they have another spirit in them.
Profanities, and then purposely teaching falsehoods under the guise of truth, then you are not my brother. You are likened to those Israelites that were destroyed by Moses after coming down from Mount Sinai with the command.
Now, what happened in Moses? Did the Egyptians receive salvation? Now, yeah, there were a remnant that came out, but what was the narrative that happened? What did the Lord command the Israelites to do? Put them all to death and destroy their gods. But Israel didn't do that. You know, Israel didn't do that, man. So at the end of the day, these niggas are scared. You're going to have a large amount of Israelites reneging on the true doctrine. They're afraid, but the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, man. Okay, that's why them old dogs popped up with the turtleneck telling us we're going too hard, and they used profanity and all of these different things. Hey, it's not gonna stop, you know, as it is written. 1 Corinthians, the first chapter says this. Okay. 1 Corinthians 1 and 27, but God hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of this world to confound they which are mighty, and the base things of this world, the things which are despised, have God chosen, yea, the things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. So the Lord doesn't want the world to glory in his presence, and we are his direct presence on the planet Earth, man. Okay, and we don't have the spirit of fear. We go tell it like it is. Okay. And I'll just get one more. 1 Timothy 1 and 7. For God have not given us the spirit of fear, but power and love of a sound mind. We're at one with the fact that the Bible prescribes that Esau, Edom has to be utterly destroyed. 2/3 of our people. We're at peace with what the Bible says, man. But see, the Messiah is a true stumbling block. Romans 9 and 13, as it is written, behold, I lay in Zion a stumbling block, a rock of offense, and whosoever believe on him shall not be ashamed. See, when the Messiah returns, you niggas are going to be ashamed. Okay? Isaiah 66. All right. And 4, I will also choose their delusions. I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, none did hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that which I delighted not, saving the heathens. How you going to give salvation to a heathen? You crazy, man. We need salvation. Sin has us in this position. Okay? What the hell is wrong with you? Baruch 4 and 3, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto God are made known unto us. So he's going to go back to a Christian doctrine, but now he's an Israelite and everybody can be saved. And I've seen that. I've seen about 8 videos like that with you niggas with that. You know, I mean, the camps that's on the news and I mean, they cursing and all right. Hear ye the word of the Lord, Isaiah 66:5, ye that tremble at his word. And that's us. Your brethren that hated you and cast you out for my name's sake said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy and they shall be ashamed.
One group of Israelites decided to serve and follow Moses and serve the Father Yah. And the other.
And what was Moses' message to Pharaoh? And what happened to Pharaoh? Wasn't there plagues? Weren't the firstborn put to death? Well, you niggas are something else, man. Shalom.